Okay, and we are back with hopefully the last part of the Bounty Hunter series. I know it's been a very long journey, and I've also spent way too long on this series to the point where we've gone through 2 seasons of gifting since I first started. But hopefully this will be the last one, and I can move on to Tactical Mercenary next. Anyways, so first things first, I've already gone on, I've claimed my daily mail and stuff, that's fine. Let's have a look at our stats and skills. So I think we were doing 2v2s last time. I believe that's what we were doing. Since I last recorded, augments for every class, every skill have now dropped. So I'm going to change our build a little bit just to cater for these new augments. I think the heal is fine as is. Shield, I want to change it to this shield that reduces attacker's energy. Smoke screen, I think I'm going to change it to the one that reduces more dexterity for a shorter amount of time. Bloodlust I'm going to change to get a little bit less health back, but we deal 5% to the target's energy. For static grenade, I want to try and take more energy, so I'm going to swap it to this one. So this one drains a lot more energy, deals less damage when you actually use it, but drains more energy overall, so we're going to use that one. For the multi-shot, I think multi-shot can stay the same. I believe that's fine. Yeah, let's just keep it the same, that's fine. And for Shadow Arts, so Shadow Arts has a, oh my god, it's bucketing outside. Shadow Arts has one that increases your robot damage by quite a lot, or it has just this base version that increases your primary, sidearm and auxiliary damage by about 5% and gives just 25 flat to robot. I think that we are going to go this one that increases our robot damage by 7% and everything else by just 10 damage. So for our stats, I reckon we keep our stats. Actually, what do I want to do here? No, you know, let's keep our stats the same. Let's keep that going. For reflex boost, I kind of want to grab. Is there one that gives more dexterity? Yeah, let's grab this DA reflex boost, which greatly increases the amount of dexterity that we get. So I reckon that we do that, we hit save, and I reckon that we just get stuck right into 2v2s because it's going to take a while to get through them all. So let's do that. Okay, we got here double Kimberly. Okay, so I think first of all we are just going to go for the reflex boost, give ourselves a massive boost to our dexterity. So plus 60 is like basically doubling what we have, which is nuts. Yep, okay, we're taking no damage, that is awesome. Who's Slayer going for? The bottom one. Okay, that is fine with me. Reflex boosts, that's cool. Let's go the multi-shot. Good decent bit of damage. Another reflex boost, true. I think that because our auxiliary is physical, they're going to be focusing on that. That's fine though. Then we're going to go for the Spore Bombardment. Good bit of damage there. I think that we should be chilling for the most part. I don't think we're going to run into really too many issues. Okay, let's go for the... Oh, does this run out next turn? It does. Okay, let's go for the Plasma Meteor. So we're doing decent damage. It's not crazy good, it's not crazy bad. We'll see how much XP and credits this gives us, because we have quite a fair ways to go before we hit level 40. I want to try and just knock it all out today. Okay, there's the one heal. I think there's still energy back actually. I'm not gonna be able to use my multi-shot. Let's boom, still some energy back. Awesome. Ooh, that's a big crit. That's a big hit. Okay, Slayer's gonna heal. Thank you very much. I reckon I reflex boost again. And then we go for... Yeah, let's reflex. Where is it? Oh, I'm going blind. Reflex boost here. I reckon we go for our robot again and see if we can rage multi. Ooh, okay, that's a lot of damage. Yeah, I think we're still fine to go for this. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Don't stun. Okay, awesome. Come on, Slay. Big damage here. Yeah, that's what we want to see. Now, hopefully Kimberly doesn't stun. No stun. I'm not getting any rage back from this, though, which is annoying. Okay, let's see. I just go for the smoke screen now. Yep, she heals. Slayer, come on, hit her with a big hit. Yeah, there we go, that's what we like to see. Big hits all around. And boom. Done. That's first battle done. How much do we get? 159. It's not a lot, it's going to take a while. You know, I think that it might be time to start farming Big Tuna. So, those of you that don't know, Big Tuna is this NPC, and, well, basically she's just fairly easy to farm and you can get a lot of XP. Like, you can farm through levels very quickly with her. You can also farm through legendary ranks very fast, but we're not really going to worry about at the moment. So, if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to have to change the build up again, unfortunately. We no longer need the spread fire cores and stuff, so I think that we should swap back to what we were using before. So let's go the Titan's Dread shotgun, let's put that on. The auxiliary, let's go the Infernal Fantasy again, put that back on. Our robots, let's go to the Ballistic Bunny bot, yep. And, well, I think our primary can just stay the same. I don't think we need to worry about swapping that out anytime soon. Yeah, okay. So now that we've got that all sorted, I think that we should... there's a core that I need. Well, let me see if I can remember what it is called. I believe it's called Growth Serum. No, Feast of Flesh. I can buy... Okay, sweet. I can just buy it outright. Awesome. Feast of Flesh NPC. So I reckon that we use this one. So I'm going to buy that for 20k. So these NPC cores we can use in a limited amount of times against NPCs. Whereas the regular cores you can only use, well, you can only use once per battle. So I'm going to put that on there. We're going to swap this back to Supremacy. Yep. A sidearm. We are going to put... I think we're going to put Fortitude on this time. Actually, do we have Fortitude for this? We do. Okay, that's fine. Desert Ronin. Yep. Keep that on. And here, yeah, we'll keep on Vigor. I think that's the way to go. For the core, I think we should go Titan's Barrage. Just, you know, more damage. So let's do that. Our sidearm core, I think, yeah, let's do Titan's Trigger as well, because yeah, just why not? And yeah, that can just stay as health boost. Okay, so let's go. Let's reallocate all our stats again. Let's go for like max. Let's go for like max dexterity, and then just a little bit in tech, so our robot still does a bit of damage. I reckon that's what we should go for. So steal that, put that there. Yep. Okay. Final Fantasy Battle Gear. Let's swap all that around. Boom. A bit more. Yep. And the rocket launcher, the bazooka. Boom, boom. Sweet. Okay. So now that we've done that, let's go into our build. So I'm going to clear out everything just real quick, and I'm going to reset this too. Because we're just versing NPCs, I don't think we really need to worry about draining their energy too much. I'm still going to keep the one that gives us a lot of energy back, so put a couple points into that. Let's go maybe 5. So for our stun grenade, this one also scales with dexterity, so this is another option just to have. So I think I'm going to go... I think we're going to go for the energy one. So I'm going to put maybe 4 points into that. I'm gonna max out multi-shot again. Yep. And I think that we're going to... maybe we go for the one that gives us health and energy. Let's go for that. 1 point into Dex boost, and let's just go for the regular Shadow Arts. Let's put it to 4 because that gives us a 4% increase, and I'll put 1 more point into the stun grenade. So now from here, do about 835 health. Let's get to maybe focus 4. Yeah, okay. Focus 4, and then let's just pump up the dexterity a whole bunch, and we'll put a little bit more into... Oh, you know what? We can go to focus 5 actually. Let's do that. Focus 5 with 1 extra into health. Okay, easy. Hopefully this should work out. This should work out fine. So then we're going to go back to Big Tuna, and yeah, I guess this is where this grind is going to start. So the benefit of doing this is that it just puts you straight into the battle. You don't have to spend a minute waiting for the battle to start. You don't have to, you know, be worrying about, oh, like, you know, am I going to run into a player? Like, it's just, you know exactly what you're going to get, and yeah, genuinely you can make the game just go, you can make the matches just go a lot faster. So we go Feast of Flesh. Feast of Flesh gives us an extra 32 dexterity, which is, you know, it's a pretty good amount. It's not crazy, but it's not bad. So yep. Boom, 2 big hits, and here on the rage, let's just... Oh, she stole our rage. Let's steal our energy back. Okay. So now we should have enough for a multi-shot again, which is good. Let's hit her with the bunny pot, though, because she just hit us with a smoke screen, so I don't want it to be... I don't want it to be doing any pulling any shenanigans, you know what I mean? I wonder which of these actually does more. Okay, no, it is multi-shot. So because our dexterity is still low, I'm just going to go for Titan's Barrage. Okay, we actually gained energy off that, that's good. Oh, she stole our energy back again. That is a bit rude. Okay, so we're going to go for Titan's Trigger. And then next turn she should die to our grenade. Boom. There we go, easy. So how much does this give? So we also get an achievement for beating NPCs. So yeah, 159 XP, and as you can just see, that was way faster than having to wait for a 2v2 match and then, you know, having to go through all that. So let's just keep doing this, I think. I think that this is how it's pretty much just going to be for the for the rest of the series, unfortunately. You know what, I think I might change the bot to... Do I want to go to Dark Botanical? Yeah, let's go to Dark Botanical book, actually. Oh, let's go to Black Abyss bot. Actually, I reckon that'll be even better. Okay, that was just rude. So first things first, we're going to go for Necrosis. Start lowering her defenses. Hits us with the auxiliary, that is fine. Now we are going to go for, let's go for Reflex Boost actually. Because yeah, that'll still give us like 60 dexterity, which is quite a lot. Now I think that we can just go Grenade, 633, that's pretty good. Yep, we've got the block, that's awesome. Let's go for the multi-shot now. Ooh, another big hit. Okay, yeah, this seems to be going a lot faster. And what does more damage here? I think our sidearm does more damage actually, so let's go for that. Yeah, okay, big hit. Very big hit. And then I think we just go for the auxiliary here. Should be... Ah, the deflection. That's crazy. Okay, now she's kind of cooking me. I don't want that, so let's just end it here. Boom. Let's go. Oh, did not mean to go into 1v1. Big Tuna, challenge again. Yeah, So like I know that farming NPCs can get pretty can become pretty annoying and pretty boring, but honestly it's the most straightforward way to just get through battles quickly. And when you're at these like higher levels, like 37, 38, 39, unfortunately this is the best way to do it in my opinion. It just takes too long to have to grind out regular PvP battles at this point, and you have a high likelihood of running into level 40 players when you do 1v1, and at that point it just doesn't become worth it because a loss gets you like no XP at all. So this is, in my opinion, the way to go. Okay, so let's go for the Titan's trigger here. See what she does. I reckon we might be able just to kill with our grenade. Yeah, we should be able to kill with our grenade now. Boom! Easy. And run it back. Okay, this should be our last battle for level 37. So you can see this took us maybe like 10 minutes, if that. Nowhere near as long as what it would take to have to go into 1v1, wait a minute for the NPC battle if we get one, and then, well, yeah, have to deal with all the shenanigans of an NPC battle. Or get super unlucky and then run into a level 40 player, at which point, well, you know, we just we just don't have much chance of winning, unfortunately. That one battle that we won in the last video was pretty nuts, but it's highly unlikely that it's going to happen multiple times. I feel like most people who are level 40 now kind of know what they're doing, even newer players, because a lot of them are, well, they're returning players as well. So yeah, it makes it a little bit harder for us to, you know, try and do that. So anyway, so yeah, level 38. So we're going to level up. I think all we're really going to do here is maybe we just put another point into our stun grenade, do a bit more damage there, and I don't think there's really much else that we need to do with our with our other stuff. Actually, you know what I might do? I might swap this to the one that increases the robot damage, just for the time being. Or no, you know what? Let's take one out of that, and we'll put it into the sidearm auxiliary damage. Then I'm just going to put the last 4 points into dexterity. Boom. Let's go claim our level up reward. Awesome. There we go, just 14,500 credits. And let's level up our gear. So we are. It goes up by 1. There we go, one more tech. we got here? Yep, one more dexterity. And auxiliary, we get one more damage and one more tech. Okay, sweet. And yeah, stuck back into it. Actually, you know what, chat? I think we're going to see... Let's have a look at this. So we have 105 varium left. I reckon that we spend I reckon that we spend half of that on the experience boost. Give us double the credits for 25 battles. Let's see how much this helps us skip up by. So gaining what? It'll help us gain about 300 per fight now, so this is only going to take 6 more battles. I reckon this is the way to go. This should help us speed run all the way to level 40, well, basically twice as fast now. So that's, yeah, so I reckon this is the strat as well. So we go for the, what's it called, we go for necrosis, then we go for reflex, then we go for the grenade. Should be big damage there. And we just basically have to hope that she's not going to steal our energy a whole bunch of times. Then we'll go for the rage shot, another big bit of damage. Okay, should still have enough, awesome, and now I think multi just kills. So yeah, it takes about 5 turns to beat her. I know that with some of the other classes it can go a lot faster, but yeah, there we go, 312. I reckon that this is the way to go. Man, imagine if I was doing this during Power Hour. We could get 3 times the amount of experience. That'd be insane. Unfortunately, I was busy doing other stuff at the time. Okay. So as you can see, we're about halfway through level 38 already. I've only been recording for about 30 minutes. And we've already gone up a level and a half. Like, as much as like the PvP side of EpicDuel is the main part, and that's what you probably, are playing for, to get to level 40 and actually properly enjoy the PvP, you kind of have to do this at some point, in my opinion. Okay. So I don't really like the position that we're in. Stole our energy. I reckon we just go for the big hit. Don't get stunned, awesome, and I think our grenade should kill here. Oh, so close. So I guess I didn't really need the Feast of Flesh. Cool. I think the reflex boost does enough, to be honest. That's fine though. So it should be like 1200 off, yeah. 1, 2, 4, 3. Getting there, slowly but surely. Okay, necrosis. And let's go for the reflex boost again. I wonder how much this brings up to 500 defense. That's insane. Now, unfortunately, her primary deals energy damage, but it's not the end of the world. We can still win. We can still manage. Okay, I'll go for the shotgun. Okay, don't steal my energy, please. Okay, that's fine. I can live with that one, as long as he's not using static grenade. Awesome. Okay. I think what should be maybe 3 or 4 more battles for level 38. We're getting there. I'm hoping you guys can't hear the rain that's going on in the background of this video. It is really bad weather for us right now. I suppose that's the other thing about the stun grenade I forgot to mention earlier, that you've probably seen a couple of times now. Well, it has a chance to stun, which basically means, you know, you throw out the stun grenade, you get a turn, a free, you know, you get a free turn to do whatever you like, and yeah, it's just nice. Like, just being able to skip your opponent's turn once is it's a pretty big thing, especially in a PvP game where like every turn, a turn-based PvP game, you know, stuns are pretty strong. Okay, not too many more left for 39. Getting for 38, sorry. 619. Okay, I think, yeah, 2 more and then we should be done. So I think what we're going to do when we hit level 30, when we hit level 39, is I'm going to swap to a 5 focus. I'm going to swap to a 6 focus build. Sorry. Unfortunately, focus has had the bonus stats removed. Yeah, that's really annoying, but I understand it. Focus was really strong, especially on Bounty Hunter. At the end game PvP. Yeah, unfortunately, you know, it had to be done. Now strength seems to be the main thing that's just running the meta. Okay, this should be our last one. Alrighty, now level 39. Got another nuclear egg, awesome. Yeah, there we go. So I think here we go Shadow Arts. I think we can afford to take some stats off our HP, if I'm being honest. Let's go boom, boom, boom. We are focus 5. Robot's doing more damage now. We're doing more damage with our primary sidearm and auxiliary as well. And yeah, I think that this is pretty much it. So 2,500 XP. It's going to take us about 7 battles. How much do we have? We've got our experience is boosting us for another 19 battles, so it's not going to take very long at all. I might just, you know, fast forward through this as well, and then yeah, I'll come back when you guys come back to you guys when we're level 40. Okay, I think this is going to be our last. Well, this will be our last battle for level until level 40. So I think that what I might do, just to have a bit of fun with it, is I might just go into regular PvP and See where that takes us. Let's go one PvP battle, see how this goes. If it works out and we get, you know, we get a win against level 40, then awesome. If not, well, we tried our best. Default name 1429. This guy is a high support build. This is going to be a very rough game. Oh yeah, I think that we just lose. I think that we've just lost already, just immediately off the rip. I think I have to heal now, which is not good. He's ranked 48, which is also not good. Yeah, okay, I think we've just lost, just straight up. Try to get some health and energy back. He's just gonna have his auxiliary back though, isn't he? Yep. Okay, yeah. No, we're staying out of PvP. We're not doing that. Yeah, let's just go back to here and do our last battle against Big Tuna. That's the way to go, I think. Unfortunately, yeah, we just don't have the defenses or the damage required to be able to compete against level 40s, especially those who have got super overtuned builds like that. Don't think I'll kill here. Off by 3. That's fine. So now we can go for our robot. And then we can go grenade, and that should be it. And that'll be the end of our... Never mind, I got stunned first. Alright, just bear with me. Okay, she's kind of kicking my ass now. Alright, there we go. And yeah, with that, we have hit level 40. So boom. We are now officially level 40. Let's just gonna put... You know, let's do one more. Let's do one more point into static grenade here. Let's just put it all into HP, level up, and boom! As you can see now, we've got the legendary bounty hunter. We've got the blue name. We've got the blue name in the corner. Boom! A level up bonus. I completely missed those for level 19 as well. Let's claim all of our credits. Rank up bonus. Boom. And you have unlocked legendary mode. You reach level 40 and have unlocked the new legendary mode. As a legendary player, you will have earned the exclusive blue name. You'll continue to earn experience but will no longer level up like normal. Instead, you can now unlock new legendary ranks that allow you to further customize your character. So, first things first, let's just, you know, do our extra stats, get ourselves, you know, back up to what the stats and shit are. Don't use that word, sorry, my bad. Okay, boom, boom, and there's the auxiliary. That's that all done. Boom, let's go back over the stats. So as you can see here, legendary bounty hunter, rank 1, and it takes quite a lot of experience to go through every single rank. So to get to level 40, it takes about 3,600-ish experience. Each legendary rank takes about 7,500 experience to go through per rank. So the whole benefit of legendary ranks, other than having the cool blue name and being at level cap, is this little feature here called legendary mode. So as you can see, there are 10 different categories, each having a total of 10 points that you can allocate per category. Every time you go up a legendary rank, you get a legendary point to allocate into any of these slots. Now, one caveat with all of these, you know, extra bonuses is that you have to pay credits you have to pay credits or varium in order to unlock every single slot. So I personally think that the best way to do this is to just use credits. Don't use your varium, because every time that you level up a rank, you get 20,000 credits. You know, as on top of all the credits and stuff that you get just from battling and doing quests, etc. So, in my opinion, I think that it's probably a best idea to focus on defense and resistance first. I'm going to focus on resistance because, well, we don't have as many. We don't have as much resistance as what we, you know, is what we do defense. Another area that I could go is I could go for NPC armor or NPC crusher. So if I wanted to remove this point now out of resistance, I just click on this minus arrow back, or this back arrow button, it gives me a legendary point back, and I can just reassign it to whichever one I want. So if I want to go NPC crusher, I deal an extra 6 damage to NPCs, to a full cap of 60 when it's, maxed out. So when we go retrain, boom, done. Also, with level 40, we have the introduction of legendary shops. So at the bottom here, it'll say visit legendary shops. If I click that, it takes me to this area in, what's it called? In Frystland. So there's 3 different arsenals. You have the regular legendary arsenal, which is available from the moment that you hit level 40. As you can see, it's got a bunch of just gear in it, a bunch of fairly cool looking stuff. It's all got this legendary rank rarity, as opposed to like seasonal rare or just rare or whatever it may be. And majority of this is available to buy for credits, and yeah, there's some pretty cool stuff here. So that's the legendary arsenal. You have the exquisite legendary arsenal, which if you try to click on it, it says you need to be level 15 to unlock this shop. This has more items and stuff available. Then you have the epic legendary arsenal, which I believe is 50. Yeah, rank 50. So once you hit level legendary rank 50, then this store will become accessible to you. Yeah, well, that's pretty much the end of it. So yeah, if we go check out achievements, you can also see that because we just farmed Big Tuna, we beat Big Tuna 32 times. We still have 10 wins left on our XP boost, but we didn't really have to worry about that for now. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, it's been a long journey, and I know that, well, coming and farming Big Tuna over and, just to grind through some levels at the end, some would consider a bit cheesy and a bit boring, but, if you have like a fast build, this really didn't take me too long at all. It probably took me about 40 minutes to do with, all the little like chopping and changing between the builds that that it took, and then trying to find a quick strat to do it. And then obviously using the experience boost helps a ton. So yeah, using that varium, you could probably speed this. You could probably get like 100 wins worth of 50 wins worth of free XP just from spending your last 100 varium on that, and that would have saved us a lot of time, like in the long run. But we're here now. Yeah, we've done it. The first character, first class for the free-to-play level 1 to 40 is now complete. Thank you all so much for the support on all these videos. It really means a lot. Yeah, I don't know, I never really expected the series to go as well as it did. But you guys have been giving me tons of support and tons of love, tons of appreciation, and yeah, I couldn't be happier and more thankful for it all. Yeah, so hopefully I'll get this one edited and uploaded soon, and yeah, hopefully we'll move on to Tactical Mercenary next, and I'll get one of those out very quickly. Anyways, thank you everyone so much for watching. Make sure like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Yeah, take care.